What's going on? In today's video, we're getting down to business to figure out what the heck is going on with Chilling Reign. This set been acting suspicious lately. Let's get into it, starting off with the Shadow Rider Calyrex V Max. And it smells a little bit fishy in this set, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's going on, but this video is gonna get down to the bottom of it. Let's take a look at this $93 card. And it's skyrocketed up in the past 3 months, going from around a $50 card, pretty much adding like $43 to its market price. But if you look to the side, the recent sales being for $133, $129, and $119. That's a little bit suspicious. I think there's something else at hand here, and we're gonna take a look at the recent sold. So sorry for all these numbers and arrows and just bleh. Anyways, we're going down. You see on the left side of these two screen grabs are the date, the condition in the middle, and then the price on the far right. And there's two side by side here. So if we start out with at the bottom left hand corner of the screen was the first few sales that I have from 5/11, so May 11th, and then at the top to May 17th. Then on the right side, we're going from May 17th to May 23rd. So what's the deal here? You see at May 11th, these cards are selling at 65, 63, 65. That's fine. Then you have one sale after that for $81. Okay, what's going on here? It continues at $70. Then you have 89, 89, 119, 99, 119. So on this left-hand side of the chart here, you're seeing a bunch of price hikes for recent solds that were going for 65, 63, yet there's a ton that are going for 119, $100, $90. So really begs the question, what's going on? Then the market price starts to grow. You see these cards selling for $100, and now they're selling for 133, 129, 119, 120. Like, what the heck? Why? What is going on with this card? Especially on the ones listed. You could buy this card for $105, which has obviously the seller here is matched with what like the market price and is probably down like a percentage over or a dollar amount over the market price. And it's up to $105 for a reputable seller, another one for $110. Yet some of the recent solds are for $130. So what's going on with that? You know, why would you buy a $130 card when you can get it for $105 or even lower than that, like $99, $98 from some other people on TCG Player? Really begs the question of what's going on with that one. And you saw on the chart before, $63 all day, and then 99, 100 more. Like, what is going on with that card? This card in Japan or in Japanese had like kind of a frenzy of it as well. It was the Mitsuhiro Arita Shadow Rider Calyrex from like the Shadow Lance or Silver Lance sets. So I don't know, I guess the frenzies come over here too, but unfortunately that is not the only suspicious card we're going to be taking a look at today. Moving on to the Gallarian Rapidash V, and you see right here it is an absolutely vertical price growth on this TCG Player graph, showing the 3 months from around $40 all the way up to $61. Now, a $20 increase might be not as huge as like some of the big five, like the Blaziken or the Giratina, the Gengar, the Umbreon, the Rayquaza. It might not be as big as that, but from a percentage standpoint, that's massive. That's a crazy increase. And you see here that the near mint hollow foil sold on May 24th went for $76, $15 above the market price. What the heck? You have a little bit of lightly played or heavily played hollow foils here also sold, but we're not looking at that. We're looking at near mints. And we look at the recent sales. Once again, we have this chart up, and you can just kind of see the same thing here that you saw with the Shadow Rider Calyrex. You see starting on May 17th, there was a lot of $54 sales. And then by the 19th, you had a $75 sale, an $89 sale, following up with a $79 sale. Obviously going to be pushing those market prices up and up and up. And still on May 20th, after some of these pretty crazy sales have gone on, they're still selling for $49, for $54. So it kind of begs the question, what's going on here too? Because it seems like you could buy it for $55 and yet people were buying it for $76. And I believe some of those cards could be like a different language, like Korean or Chinese. But aside from that, there were still some English copies of the card that were still going for $54 to $65 all the live long day, and yet they're still selling for $76, $75. There's one that sold for $90. So do I think this is kind of pushing up the market price? Absolutely. Like the recent sales are absolutely going to be pushing up the market price. Going to all of the ones that are available here, you have $60, $61, $63. So this card is really important in this case study, because why are those other cards going for $80, $75 when everything else here is sitting at $63? Once again, y'all, the available sales for like $65 and under, and yet these cards are going for $76, $80 plus dollars. Doesn't make sense. Moving on to the Gallarian Articuno V, beautiful card, sitting at $60. And you see some of the recent sold, $74, $75. So what the heck? Once again, it was sitting at a $40 card, and over the past 3 months have gained like $20. So we look at the sales data here, and you see that a lot of them are 60, 60, 60, 63, all in the middle of that chart. And then you see recently it's been 75, it's been 74, really pushing up the market price. And it looks like sellers have kind of corrected themselves to be in line with the market price, unfortunately. So this one's a little bit more of an interesting case, because with the other ones, you can clearly see that there's some form of manipulation. But this one, every single seller has sort of positioned themselves right along with the recent sales, even though those sales are kind of a little bit ridiculous. Like that card was going for $60 just last week, and now you can only buy it for $70 or $75. So pretty interesting with the Gallarian Articuno V. Moving on to one of the most interesting points in Chilling Reign, the Rider Calyrex V. Yes, sir. Sitting at $16.99 a card. Dude, the year graph, it lost, but it's coming back up. I don't remember if this is Okacheke or not. Don't know. Great art no matter what. This is one of my favorite cards. I actually pulled this from a Build and Battle stadium, or not Build and Battle box. And I love it. It's a beautiful card. Pretty hard card to pull. This guy went from around a $20 card, dipped all the way down to like a $12 card, it looks like, and then is now up to $17. So there's been a little bit of growth. Do I think there's an opportunity here? Yeah. And I'm just glad they're showing my boys some love, because this card, it's absolutely normal. Like the rest of the set, you can sense that there's a little bit of something fishy going on. This card is absolutely normal. It seems like it's had a natural decline. It seems like it's had a pretty natural growth. And near mint copies selling for $15, for $18, for $17 with the $16.99 market price makes absolute sense here. And it's just funny, like some of these cards are just getting absolutely manipulated, or like are shooting up in price, and then people just like leave like this guy out of it. Like the Rider Calyrex V is just left out of all the excitement and fun of like all the price hikes, which I absolutely love. I really do like this card, but it's interesting. It doesn't look like every single card in this set is being, shot up in price, with the market prices like literally going crazy. So like, what's the deal? Why are some of them, shooting up in price, and why are others not? And you see here the available listings, $16, $17, $18 for a card. It's growing like a little bit, but it's not gone like absolutely nuts like some of the other ones have. Like this seems like a pretty normal increase to go from like a $12 card to like a $17 card, and it's a really hard card to pull. Like, I opened up an entire case of the Build and Battles. It was for my birthday last year. I got it for myself, and it was a pretty good like opening, but we didn't pull anything except this. Like, we opened some Crown Zenith, that was pretty good, but it was a pretty hard card to hit, like all the alternates are. So this one looks like a little bit more of a natural growth to me, where some of the other ones are definitely suspicious. But that's gonna do it. Shout out Chilling Rain. Should have put my boy Glaceon in Chilling Rain instead of Evolving Skies, honestly. I know it doesn't make sense, but it just fits the bill a little bit. But I think it's safe to say that I would wait out on a lot of these cards. I think there is something going on here, and if I were in a buying position right now, I would probably not buy any of the cards that we looked at, maybe except for the Ice Rider Calyrex V, but all the other ones I would sort of wait out to see what happens and see if there's anything interesting, and to see if the price dips, because I think there's a very good chance that it will. That's all.